What happens when you get into debt?
We got a big hard money.
You are?
And you can't
I'm going to struggle to pay this.
or won't pay it back.
It doesn't matter what you want, sir. Unfortunately, that's the law.
We meet the High Court enforcement agents who are pushed to their limits.
Hey, evil! You have to go down to hell!
Well, I'll smash the window then. It's false imprisonment.
Dealing with desperate debtors
Hello?
in dramatic situations.
You want to stand here like a big man? Leave it. Talk to me. Push me about.
We meet the people who are losing their homes
I don't know where I'm going to stay for the night.
You've got till 10 o'clock to be packed out.
and their possessions.
The desk is going. Everything.
You're joking.
Okay.
Because whatever happens,
No, you stay there, my friend.
if you can't pay, they'll take it away.
Recent reports by a leading debt charity show that sole traders are increasingly getting into debt. The figures reveal they have some of the highest levels of borrowing in the UK, putting them under serious financial pressure.
Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor are High Court enforcement agents. They've been working together for over a year, seizing property and collecting debts. Today, they're in Morecambe, Lancashire.
So what's this next case, Vic?
It's Morecambe Textiles.
Morecambe Textiles.
This isn't Stuart's first encounter with the debtor, Mr. Lade, the owner of Morecambe Textiles.
Me and my previous colleague, Ian, arrived at this address, and he was very, very aggressive from the offset.
Oh, right.
He tried to push me out of the house. We called the police.
On Stuart's previous visit, Mr. Lade agreed to pay off his debt in monthly instalments. But he's defaulted and still owes just over £1,000. Now the team has a High Court writ to collect the money.
Every time that I go back to a job where I've already been to before and I know that they're a tricky customer, so to speak, that's the bit of the job that I thrive off, to try and get this case fixed.
As Stuart and Vic approach the address, they spot Mr. Lade and his family leaving the estate.
Is that him?
Yeah, that's him.
The family car is a potential asset. Stuart reacts immediately and blocks Mr. Lade from leaving.
Elsa. It says Morecambe Textiles.
Finished, business shut down.
Are you able to go back and we'll have a quick chat about this?
No.
For what reason?
Business shut down.
Yeah?
It's in here, right? Explode it.
For the agents, it makes no difference whether his company is trading or not. Mr. Lade has already signed a controlled goods agreement, giving Stuart and Vic the right to remove his assets if he doesn't pay in full today.
You've got a controlled goods agreement, sir. It does mean, sir, that in our power we are able to force entry into the property, because at the end of the day, this vehicle has been seized.
It's not been seized, it's not my vehicle.
So it's been seized.
No,
for
our
that.
vehicle.
But if the car belongs to Mr. Lade's partner, the team can't take it away.
Can you go and get those documents, son? Can you go and get those documents? We need to quickly go because we need to control the vehicle.
As Stuart and Vic approach the family home, they spot a second vehicle parked outside. It's another asset they could seize if Mr. Lade can't or won't pay.
What about the vehicle there as well?
That's our vehicle, still on there.
Right, okay, so we need to see documentation for that.
You've got fuck all my names.
Yeah.
Mr. Lade also claims the second car isn't his.
So we need to see some documentation of that, okay? Because what we're going to do is, okay, unless you make some sort of payment, then what we're going to do is we're going to force entry into the property.
Well, force entry into the property.
Yeah, okay, no problem, I'll do that now then.
Oi! Fuck
What?
off!
You are?
Fuck off! Yeah, we got a damn big hard money.
You are?
Wait, just...
Come on.
Calm down.
No, fucking calm down. Fuck off!
We can sort this out.
No, that's not fuck off. You can take that up your ass. The business shut down. Go to the market and have a look. Go on.
I'm not going anywhere.
I'm fucking ill and disabled. I can prove it as well.
At the end of the day, we're not going down this situation again, sir. It happened last time, and we still managed to get into your property.
No, you fucking not.
Don't push me again.
Well, you got to do a bit.
Don't push me again.
Mr. Lade's partner passes him the vehicle documentation.
That's the registration document. Can't off it.
Yeah? This document is not proof of ownership.
Of course it is.
That's what it says there, black and white, sir. See there? This document is not proof of ownership.
It's a registration document.
Okay.
It's got a fucking load out in it.
See documentation for that, then?
What do you mean documentation? That's it.
You got a loan out on it, you'd have documentation for it.
Listen, don't get smart.
I'm not getting smart at all.
No, go away. Shut the door.
It's not going anywhere, sir. The vehicle's not going anywhere.
Fucking is.
It's not.
You tell me what to fucking do. Fuck off.
Mr. Lade's partner insists she bought the car with a bank loan.
I took the loans out for the car.
Right. I understand that, but have you got any documentations for that loan amount to say it's for the vehicle?
I took the loan out. I spoke to the man on the phone. He asked what I took it out for. I
But
said
you'd
the
have a
car.
loan document, but we need to see the documentation.
If the car is on a finance agreement, the team can't seize it. Vic runs a check.
Hi Ed, you're right, mate. Yeah, not bad. Can you do the HPI for me, please? V for Victor, N for November.
While Stuart looks over the paperwork from the bank.
I took that out for the 18 months ago. But you took pictures of that last time.
Yeah, it's only an application. There's nothing to say. I'm not getting smart at all. I'm not. I've got a job to do.
Stuart isn't convinced that there is a loan.
Just phone the police, can't you?
Yeah, phone the police. I'll wait here. I'll show them the control goods agreement that you've signed, sir.
Mr. Lade gets the police on the phone.
Yeah, but they don't use threatening behaviour.
Smile all you want, sir.
They're threatening me to take season goods, which is actually, the business is shut down now. I'm off sick. I've been off sick for last year.
Do you say the police are coming? Yeah, OK, we'll wait for them then. And once I show them the control goods agreement, sir, they will then grant me access into the property. OK? And we'll also be taking control of this vehicle and that vehicle as well.
You're not having my car. You're not. You're not having my car.
Don't get aggressive with me.
What you got to do about it? What you got to do about it?
Don't be
What you got to do about it?
Car.
Fucking dickhead.
You can stand up all you want, sir. It's not going to change the situation. But you've signed a control goods agreement. You have. Do you want me to show you it? I'll show you it now. Yeah, go on. I'll show you it now. I'll show you it now. See, that's your signature there, sir. So see there. £500 per month for 8 months, starting the 68th, was when I last was inside your property, sir.
That's been paid, nearly.
No, it's not. There's still £1,068 left. That's why we're here today. If you can't afford the 500, that's fine.
Can't afford fuck all.
Vic confirms Stuart's suspicions about the loan.
At this moment, this vehicle is free of finance. So if that loan was connected to it, it would have shown that it's on finance.
But
So the vehicle will be removed.
You're not taking my car.
It will get removed, I'm
You're
afraid.
not taking any fucking car.
You can't. I've got hospital appointments for my baby.
Yeah, the vehicle's going to get removed.
You're not getting any removed.
We are. I'm not going around in circles this, sir. So you need to find some sort of way of raising some funds to try and get this clear.
Mr. Lade still seems reluctant to pay
Try
You're
some
happy
sort of
to
raising
put
some funds.
baby out, are you?
and decides to take drastic action.
You know, then, stay in the parking line, anyway, health and safety reasons.
Is there no way, sir, you can make a payment?
He and his partner each take a young child and lock themselves in the cars.
If that's a tactic that the defendants want to use, then so be it. I can't believe that anybody would get their own family involved to try and avoid paying an outstanding High Court writ. I mean, I find it absolutely absurd.
With a baby in one car and a toddler in the other, Stuart and Vic are unable to seize the family vehicles.
We have to take control of the goods. It's as simple as that.
What started as a simple debt recovery case has escalated into a dramatic standoff. "30 minutes into the standoff, the police arrive on the scene.
Hello.
Hi there, officer. There we go.
That's myself.
That's your ID, is it?
Yeah.
High Court enforcement.
High Court
Right,
enforcement.
the big lads then.
Stuart briefs the officer with the terms of the writ.
And that's the agreement there, £500 for 8 months, starting the 6th of the 8th, 14. We want to try and sort some agreement out with the gentleman.
Okay. I'll just speak to him, tell him what the situation is.
Yeah,
and
no
we'll
problem
go
at all.
from there.
Shortly after the police arrive, Mr. Lade emerges from his car with his accountant on the phone.
Hello there. I believe I'm talking to the accountant with regards to Morecambe Textiles.
Mr. Lade now claims that it's his closed-down limited company who's liable for the debt, and not him.
Well, the writ itself is in the name of Morecambe Textiles, not Morecambe Textiles Limited. So it's a sole trader. Yes, it's not limited, I'm afraid. I just want to thank you for your time. All right, I'll pass you back now.
Mr. Lade's tactic hasn't worked.
The fact it's against him personally means that we are liable to either get locksmith, remove into the house, or remove the two vehicles.
After an hour on site, Mr. Lade makes Stuart an unusual offer.
What about the wallpaper?
Sorry? Not interested in the wallpaper, sir. It needs to be a payment I thought you said you weren't working, sir, so what are you doing with... What are you doing with the wallpaper, then?
The wallpaper is leftover stock from his closed-down business and worth almost £4,000.
So how have you paid for that, then?
It's not been paid for, that's what I'm trying to...
So we wouldn't be taking control of them because you haven't paid for them, so they don't belong to you.
Stuart's patience is running out.
You need to offer something. I don't want to be here all day holding up your family. Yeah, well, I'll give you 30 minutes. I'll wait in the van, see what you can do, and then I'll speak to you off, and I'll do my best to try and help you out.
We will work with you, Mr. Lamb.
Right, okay.
The team start to make progress.
If I give you 100 quid a day and 50 quid a month, that's all I can do. Because I'm off ill at the moment, I'm sick.
Can you do £100 a month? It's going to be, they're not going to, because it's £1,000, 68, right?
No, I can afford me. She's going to give me 50, I'll give you 50, 100 quid today.
Yeah.
And I'm going to offer 50 quid to 75 quid a month.
Let me phone the office and let's see what they say, all right?
If the offer is not accepted, the team may have to start taking goods.
Anyway. They've said £100 a month, but it needs to be 250 today. Something we can do.
Right.
In that case, it'll be a removal of goods. That's what they've said.
Right, so 250 you want?
Yeah.
And
then
£100
£100 a month, yeah.
After claiming he can't pay for nearly 2 hours, Mr. Lade finally agrees to the deal, and the standoff is over.
You got your card there.
I didn't realise you made me skip now.
Yeah. Where's that accent from?
Dumfries.
Dumfries.
Well, we'll get one at house, so we've just had trouble.
My granny and granddad are from Lockerbie.
Lockerbie.
From Lockerbie. Small world, and I'm from Carlick, yourself.
How feel alright?
Yeah, it's gone through fine. All right, shake my hand. All right, see you later. To come away with a payment from somebody who was prepared to physically attack a High Court enforcement agent gives me the drive, passion, and adrenaline of the job that I enjoy.
No, it's a pump.
It's not, it's a fucking smash. There we go. Fucking...
Oh, goodness gracious.
According to a new survey, repossession rates hit record levels last year, with 115 evictions taking place every day. A leading housing charity now reports that evictions by private landlords are the most common cause of homelessness.
High Court enforcement agents Paul Bohill, Steve Pinner and his son Ben are in London to carry out an eviction.
The job that we're now going to is a ground floor flat in South Croydon, and the tenant is thought to be an elderly man.
The landlord wants to convert the property into one-bedroom flats and increase his return.
I would like to say that I will be compassionate and sympathetic, but we'll only still have an hour to get out.
Notice of the eviction has already been sent to the tenant by the county court, but the landlord has upgraded it to the High Court to speed up the eviction. So the enforcement agents have come without warning. No one seems to be at home. The team start to break the lock, something the eviction notice allows them to do.
There we go.
Oh dear. It stinks. He's obviously got a cat. Because there's tins of tuna everywhere. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
But the house isn't empty.
Good morning, sir. We're from High Court. We have a repossession order for your property. Can we have a chat?
I'm waiting for the payment first. I can take it to the council.
Yeah, we'll give you that.
What's the door then?
There you go.
You can't be breaking in, right?
I can.
You're supposed to give me so many days to cancel told me.
There's no days, it's immediate.
Finally, the tenant answers the door.
You're kicking at my door, you're scaring my cats.
He ain't an old man.
Close that door, mate. Let's do this properly, shall we? No, you stay there, my friend. Just stay there, all right? The council told me, wait till you get a bailiff's letter. That should take it should give you a date when you've got to be gone by, which is 2 weeks, and you're trying to get in. I've not received anything yet.
Another happy chap.
The tenant, Simon, knew the landlord wanted him out, but had no idea it would happen today.
The landlord has chosen to transfer the proceedings to the High Court, and there is no provision within the system to give you notice that we're coming.
I was waiting for a bailiff's letter, which apparently...
No, okay, I heard that, and I do understand it.
Right.
But it's now been transferred to the High Court, which means that you have to leave today.
Simon has 1 hour to gather his essentials and leave.
Oh, I can't leave today.
What?
I'm going up to Sheffield in 20 past 6 minutes past 1, my thing. Bury my aunt tomorrow. I'm going to be gone for 3 days. Could you just look and see I'm packed?
Yes. Yeah.
Have a look then, please, sir.
No, but that's okay. I can accept that. Not only was his black suit hanging up in a bag ready to travel, but he had his return tickets to the north of England where the funeral was going to be.
I can't believe this. It's a good job I'm still here. Oh, she would have done what?
We would have broke in, changed the locks and left a note for you to contact
What about my
us.
cats?
Despite the funeral, the eviction must take place today.
The procedure that we follow is you need to take whatever belongings you need to last you a few days. Today.
I'm going to a funeral, bruv.
But you were going anyway, weren't you?
Yeah.
Right. But there's no reason. You just got to make other arrangements for your cats, that's all.
Where's the drill gun? Oh, the drill's there.
Steve gets ready to change the locks, while Paul starts a routine inventory of the house.
Just a bad way to live. Now, I'm disgusted to show you this, but you may as well see it. I refused to clean it. I was waiting for the council to see all the damp everywhere. Damp there, and there's the piece de resistance. And I can't touch it because it makes me poorly. And this has been going on for 6 years.
Shithole place.
Yeah, disgusting.
A lot of the properties that we go to, bear in mind, they're probably lower-end properties anyway. The tenants are on benefits. Their standard of living is never going to be high. But I do find, in at least half the cases, their living conditions are absolutely appalling.
A complicated situation is beginning to unravel.
I've got COPD as well.
What's that?
Lung disease. That's why the council should be rehousing.
All right. Is he catching?
Huh?
Is he catching?
No, mate, don't worry about
That's all right. Didn't mind me asking.
No.
I think you'd be more worried about catching something off him.
With his illness and the poor living conditions, Simon has been asking the council to rehouse him for the last 6 years.
The council, I've told them, come look how I'm living. It's affecting my health. Nobody cares, my friend. Nobody cares.
The councils, in my experience, do nothing to help single men of working age unless they've got a physical, a social or mental issue. There's no obligation to house them, and they don't.
The clock is ticking. Simon calls the housing office to tell them he's now homeless.
You're right, I'm trying to get council. Now, these are even worse than bloody solicitors. Yeah, good morning. I've got the bailiffs here. This is a shock to me, as it's a shock to you.
The question is, are they going to rehouse you or not?
You haven't called me. I've been calling you.
Okay, let's say I'm going to chase it up now and find out from them, okay?
No. Hello, yes. Yeah, it's Paul Bowhill, my High Court enforcement agent. The landlord will make arrangements to come back and get his property out, but he does need to leave now. So, I mean, is there any accommodation arrangements that you've made for him?
I really don't think we have anything for him, but I'm going to be speaking to a manager.
Despite being evicted, Simon is still not a housing priority.
my conversation with the lady in the council office, it isn't guaranteed that they're going to rehouse you. If you remember nothing else about what I've said, other than please be aware that it might all go wrong.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
With nowhere to go, Simon now faces being out on the streets.
I've got no family down here. I'm trying to say my family is in Sheffield. She's just passed away now. I've got a grandmother out in Dominica, and that's it. It's just me, as it has been for the last 8 years in here.
The eviction is almost complete, but Paul is concerned about Simon's welfare.
Is the council not going to rehouse him?
Of course they're not.
So we need to know if there are any options on this.
Yeah, we shouldn't really, there should be.
Why not?
Well, we don't normally do it.
It's very rare that we alter the course of the eviction, and we will always take into account absolutely genuine circumstances.
Moved by Simon's situation and his aunt's funeral, Paul wants to see if there's a chance the landlord might give him some extra time.
Hello, it's Paul Bowhill. I'm telling it because it is the possibility. If you just say no, that's the answer. Well, it's your choice, that is. You know him better than I do. Yeah, we can take possession now. Yeah. All right, OK, that's fine, no problem. Thank you very much. Bye.
Due to the exceptional circumstances, the landlord agrees to give Simon 1 more week.
OK, we'll be back on Wednesday.
Right.
So when we come back on Wednesday next week, there can be no argument. You've been given a period of grace to get your property out.
Top man.
Simon's been given a second chance, but in 7 days' time, the team will be back. If he's still in the flat, Paul won't be so understanding.
I don't want you and me to fall out.
No, we won't, mate, no.
But if we have to, we will.
You've just done the right thing. I'll do the right thing by you.
Right. You take care, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
A new survey has revealed that the recent policy of paying housing benefit directly to tenants has led to increasing cases of rent arrears. As a result, many landlords are no longer accepting people on benefits.
Hammersmith, London. Paul Bowhill and Steve Pinner are on the road again, this time to evict a tenant who owes thousands of pounds in unpaid rent.
This is slightly unusual this morning, although we're not collecting it. There's 11 grand's worth of arrears.
I know.
On a flat.
It's just here somewhere.
45. That's bound
That's
After renting her flat out through Hammersmith Council 11 months ago.
Hello, pleased to meet you.
Landlady Miradula Shuri is £11,000 out of pocket and wants the tenant out.
If you keep back, sit in the car, just while we go through the ritual dance to start with, because if you're visible, it just creates a diversion.
Perfect.
Yeah, all right, lovely.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Paul and Steve are not instructed to collect the unpaid rent. They're here to evict the tenant. There doesn't seem to be anyone in. So once again, Steve gets his tools and starts forcing the lock.
Hello. Just keep.
Hello? High Court Enforcement.
My baby's sleeping.
Yeah, could you open the door, please?
What is happening here?
You need to open the door so we can talk to you. We have some paperwork for you. Would you like to open the door, madam? We are High Court Enforcement agents, and we have a writ to repossess this property.
Okay, and when are you doing that?
This very minute. Madam, can you open the door? I can't talk through the door.
You're going to make me leave right now this second?
No, we're going to give you an hour to get your personal effects together, and then you can make an arrangement and collect everything else.
But My baby's still sleeping.
Madam, can you open the door so we can talk to you?
Are you gonna make me leave?
Well, yeah. You're much better today than me.
Will you open the door, please, or otherwise we'll break it down? There is no stopping this happening today. So what do you tell me? Property is now repossessed, so we've got an hour, please, to get your belongings together, and then you'll have to make an arrangement with the landlord to come and pick the rest out. There's about £11,000 in outstanding rent that's due.
The bailiffs are here and they said I have an hour to get my things out.
The tenant, Adana, calls her mother.
I've got an hour.
Today's events have come as a shock.
It's not fair that you owe the landlady £11,000 either. You've had plenty of warning of this. This has been going on for at least...
I have a baby, I'm a single mother.
You've had 9 months.
It's not been 9 months because the landlords keep lying. It's not been 9 months.
Have you paid the rent?
It's been that I've been paying the difference.
There's £11,000 on this warrant.
I know how
Is that a
much it
lie?
is. No, I'm not lying. I'm not saying that's a lie.
Sorry, can I stop you there? Can I stop you there? It's now 9:20. You've got till 10 o'clock to be packed out. So if you'd like to get on packing. OK, all tears and all the usual, as expected.
Adana receives housing benefit directly from the council, but the landlady claims that she was in arrears after only 1 month.
I kept saying, I told you, you must pay the housing benefit directly to me. But she has to process the paperwork.
So she's been getting £800 a month, housing benefit.
She's been pocketing
She's been
housing.
living on that.
Exactly. She didn't respond to a single text, phone call, or letter, or email. Just went completely off the radar.
Let me make this clear. There is no blame on you.
Yeah.
You're the victim
Thank
in
you.
this circumstance, and I acknowledge that.
Thank you very much.
I do.
That's nice because often...
Because you're never going to get the money. It's
Exactly.
going to be a complete waste of time even thinking about it.
Adana's mother arrives to help with the move.
Try not to take everything, because you're up against it.
The flat is full of clothes and toys.
My friend's coming with his car, so we can just...
Yep, OK.
Paul sees many evictions where claims are made about tenants withholding benefit payments from landlords.
A tenant who's choosing not to pay the money direct to the landlord is going to be anywhere between £800 and £1,200 a month better off. So those are the tenants who've got a 57-inch television in every room, 20 or 30 pairs of shoes, designer handbags, and they aren't paying any rent, which is why they can afford it.
Oh my God, designer bags. Did I pay for all that? DKNY?
Possibly.
From all that?
Quite possibly.
Adana is now homeless. It'll be up to the council to provide emergency accommodation for her and her baby daughter.
OK, that's us done. We're about to lock up.
Thank you.
Very happy with what you've achieved today.
Despite the economic recovery, new figures reveal many businesses are still struggling. With over 100,000 county court judgments issued in 2014.
Fleetwood, Lancashire. High Court enforcement agents Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor are on their way to serve a writ on entertainments provider Stephen Rayner.
So it's going to be DJ...
Mobile disco.
Yeah.
He can, of course, be a clown.
You know what's going to happen, but you're going to press the doorbell and water's going to squitch out.
Stephen owes £1,650 after losing a court case against a customer.
There it is, entertainments. Big van.
How much is the balance?
1658.94.
1658, you'd get that for that.
The company van could be seized if the defendant can't pay today.
Do me a favour, Vic, get a clamp on that.
I wish you would do it, mate.
Yeah?
Your clamps and me, we just don't get on.
Here you go, no, I'll do it. Been through some times, me and this clamp.
There's a double cab with the same name on it in the garden. Might be worth more, mate.
There's what?
Double cab. Same name on it.
Stuart makes sure the more valuable vehicle doesn't go anywhere. And Vic goes to see if anyone's home.
So, Mr. Reynolds, High Court Enforcement. I'm here to execute a High Court writ. I'm from Direct Collections Bailiff Limited. Outstanding amount we need to collect today is £1,658.
It's not, it's been to court.
Has been to court, sorry, yes.
Been to court is 650 quid.
That's why we're here, because it hasn't been paid. It's the CCJ that hasn't been paid.
1,600 and somewhere.
Stephen didn't pay his county court judgment. So now the claimants have taken it to the High Court, almost trebling the debt.
The fact of the matter is, sir, unless balance is paid in full today, we'll be taking control of goods.
The dispute was over entertainments Stephen provided at a wedding.
You see, they've gone down the legal route, which they're entitled to do.
The bride and groom claimed he failed to turn up at the right time. Stephen and the groom argued, and the police were called.
Police just said it's some of yours, some of theirs, do you know what I mean? But obviously it's bad communication between you, the bride and the groom. And obviously we're in their favour with bad communications, that's what they got me on.
Stephen must pay the £1,650 High Court writ today.
I am really struggling £200 a week. I haven't got that kind of money. Don't have to spare £50 a week, because the money I get, £200 a week, I mean, working tax credits goes out between my bills and all that kind of stuff.
If Stephen can't pay, the team are entitled to seize the pickup truck to offset the debt. But first, they need to check it's not on finance.
Hi, mate, can you do HPI for me, mate, please? Rainers Entertainments, November, Yankee, Oscar.
Vic starts to put the pressure on.
I don't want to remove your vehicle, I'm going to be honest with you, but I've got no choice. I've got to execute this writ. See what you can do, make a phone call, see if you can speak to someone that can help you, perhaps.
Stuart discovers the pickup truck is on long-term finance.
15 months, friggin' hell.
As it's on finance, Stuart can't take it. So he turns his attention back to the company van.
Can you do me another one, mate? It is battered, John, I'm not going to lie. It's not in a good state, but it's roadworthy, and get something for it anyway. Yeah, all right, mate, I'll clamp that and immobilise it.
The van isn't on finance, but its value might not cover the total debt. Stuart has a hunch.
There's Bouncy Castle hire on the side, and I've seen on the back of the L200 DJ Rayner. And I'm a DJ myself, so I know DJ equipment like the back of my hand. So hopefully it's got a nice set of decks in there I can work with or something like that. I don't know. Ah, bingo. Right, we've got a set of speakers, a few active speakers. Bouncy Castle, fantastic. It's exactly what I needed to see. The good thing is, it's not going anywhere because it's clamped. Right, that'll do. Let me get the inventory sheet out. It is amazing what's locked behind closed doors, quite literally. I never expected to see a van full of Bouncy Castles, but that's a first for me. I wanted to go on it myself, to be honest.
I've given him half an hour to raise some funds. He's not going to raise it, mate. He's got nothing. He's on 200 quid a week.
Right, I've opened the van.
Yeah.
It's full of Bouncy Castles.
Yeah.
I don't know how much a Bouncy Castle is.
They're not cheap.
They're not, are they? You're not talking 500 quid for a Bouncy Castle, are you?
No.
You're talking
I would think
1,500 to £2,000, aren't you?
Yeah, depending on the size and that, and condition.
The equipment might just cover the debt, but without it, Mr. Rayner won't have much of a business left to run.
The van's got all my DJ gear in it for the weekend, you see.
Like I said, all the goods in there will be taken control of.
I need them for work, you say.
They'll still be taken control of, sir.
Right.
So you need to try and raise some funds.
Yeah, I'm working best I can, do you know what I mean? There's only so much you can do when you're working, when you've got a bad reputation, do you know what I mean? People slang you off all over the internet, saying you've done this, you've done that, they spread lies all over about your company and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm doing the best I can to keep a roof over my family's head, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. When you're in that profession and it's 100% about reputation, being in that situation, I did feel for him. Once a CCJ has been put against you, you are liable to have a High Court writ put against you as well. So you need to sort that situation out sooner rather than later.
I mean, I am working 2 nights a week at 2 regular pub contracts, what I'm doing as well as my kids' parties and bits and bobs.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So if you take the vehicle out, I can't even settle the 1650 in the future, can I, with you?
If Mr. Rayner doesn't come up with a payment in half an hour, he stands to lose everything he's worked for. Now, the deadline is almost up. Vic asks him to pay one last time.
Your first priority now is to try and raise the funds. That's the only way to stop this action going any further.
You've got the power to actually close down a business and to take control of goods. They will either collect it in pounds and pence or will collect it in goods. So it's entirely up to themselves which way they want to go down.
They take my van with me. I'm not working this weekend, obviously. I have to ring round my customers and say, sorry, unfortunately, this has happened. Obviously, I've got nothing. I can't supply the kids' party this weekend.
As Stuart starts to list the goods in the van, Stephen reappears with his father-in-law on the phone.
I'll have a word with them now and see what they say. Yeah, I'll put them on the phone to you now.
Yep, who's this? All right, okay. Hello?
Hiya.
Hello there, sorry, you're through to Mr. McCracken, I can help.
I'm at work at the moment.
Right.
I've got a credit card, it's at home. I've definitely got it, I can assure you that. I'm not, you know what I mean?
I understand you're trying to. I understand that you're trying to help.
It's business, aren't you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's. We haven't got a choice, so you say so.
It's a bit naughty to take his business, but you do what you have to do. You know?
Yeah, exactly right. Sir.
But there's a problem.
When can this payment be made, sir? Because we can take payments over the phone.
I don't finish work till 4:30. My card's at home.
Right.
If my boss comes back earlier, I can nip home for it.
We would have taken control goods by then, sir. I'll pass you back now.
Stuart has his reasons for rejecting the offer.
The reason why we can't accept a payment at 4:30 is because what happens now, we leave, the van goes to work, we don't see the DJ gear again. We're here now to take control of goods. The goods are safe in the van, we've clamped it. We ain't leaving until we get the full balance, as simple as that.
The team gives Stephen's father-in-law 30 minutes to make the payment. Or they'll take the company van and all its contents.
So we'll go wait in our van, like I said, and then we'll wait from there, all right?
The team play the waiting game.
A payment over the phone, is it?
And their patience pays off.
Hello there, sir. Did you say you were able to make payments on the phone, is that right? OK, I'll give the card hold copy to Stephen, and then he can pass that on to you.
That's great.
All right then, so I'll pass you back now. Thanks for the payment. There you go. There we go, sorted.
Thanks to his father-in-law, Mr. Rayner's business can continue trading.
Cracking result, that.
One week ago, Paul and Steve went to evict a tenant from his home in Croydon.
No, you stay there, my friend. Just stay there, right?
The team found the tenant just about to leave for a funeral.
We're going up to Sheffield to bury my aunt tomorrow.
The tenant, Simon, was in poor health and living in squalid conditions.
No, I'm disgusted to show you this, but you may as well see it. Just a bad way to live.
In a rare move, Paul asked the landlord to give Simon extra time to sort his life out.
So when we come back on Wednesday next week, there can be no argument.
Top man.
Now Steve and Paul are back to see whether Simon has stuck to his side of the bargain.
If he's not in the final throes of moving out, we will actually help him on his way. So we will evict him, because he's got no tenancy rights, no nothing. He's there as a guest to the landlord, under sufferance.
If he's still in the flat, this time there'll be no second chances.
Well, with a bit of luck, he might have gone, mightn't he?
We live in hope.
Bless you. Hello, sir.
All right.
How are you doing? Nice to see you, sir.
Simon is still at the flat, but he's almost ready to leave.
Well, you've had a good old clean-up, bud.
Yeah.
Cat's all gone.
Yeah, I put them away yesterday when he's kennels.
All right. Is it your telly and that, or is that...
Yeah, that's one of the outside.
So are you moving stuff into here, or what?
No, he's going into the back room.
Now officially homeless, Simon doesn't know where he will live in the future.
I'm going to
more secure.
Wait for the council to see if they'll...
When are they coming?
I've got to go there 2 o'clock.
What are they doing? Have they housed you for tonight, then?
Yes, I think so.
Are they actually going to rehouse you?
I don't know.
OK.
I don't know about that.
Can we give you a lift down the council?
If you don't mind, that'd be nice.
We'll just make sure you're off the premises, see?
There's always an alternative motive, isn't there? You know what I mean?
No, he's been all right.
Nah, he's a good lad, bless him.
Keys in hand, Paul's gamble has paid off.
Thank you for keeping to time.
It's been a traumatic week for Simon. After 8 years, he's leaving the house for good.
It was an absolute nightmare. The funeral went well, but knowing I had to come back to all this was just the worst week of my life.
It's a situation Paul sees on a regular basis.
You've got my phone number.
Yes.
If there's anything we can do going forward to help, we will.
All right, thank you.
Take care.
All
right,
yeah,
that's
I
right,
will
mate.
call you if there's any...
Thank you for keeping your end up.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah, it really helps. All right, cheers.
Be lucky. Take care.
Simon might be able to sort a roof over his head for tonight, but his long-term future is uncertain. What happens when you get into debt?
I'll do what I want. I will punch you clean through that window.
And you can't
You think you can tear my family apart?
or won't pay it back.
I can't pay you. I can't pay you.
We meet the High Court enforcement agents who are pushed to their limits,
Get out of here, or somebody's gonna get hurt.
dealing with desperate debtors
You're kicking me out of my dad's house.
in dramatic situations.
Please stop me, man. Just please stop me, man.
We meet the people who are losing their homes
Oh my God, I don't know, Rosie.
No, that's
No
not.
idea.
Just relax.
and their possessions.
That's fine, because I just list everything and we'll take it.
Because whatever happens, if you can't pay,
Get your hands off me.
they'll take it away. Recent research shows that young people between the ages of 18 and 25 are facing 10 years of debt, with student loans and mortgages being the major factor. Almost 50% say that they lose sleep over the state of their personal finances, with many too scared to check their bank balance. Delroy Anglin and his son Dale are High Court enforcement agents. They travel hundreds of miles each week, recovering debts and seizing goods. Today they're in Lee, southeast London, with a writ for over £3,500 owed to a van rental company.
All right, Dale. What have we got?
Got a Mr. Mohammed Bilal Tarafta. He owes the money to Ace Rent-A-Van Limited. We're coming for the amount of £3,507.89.
It's a lot of money for renting a van.
Probably damage on a van.
If Mr. Tarafta can't or won't pay today, the agents have the power to seize goods to the value of the debt. But this case will be one of the toughest Delroy and Dale have ever faced.
Morning. My name's Dale Anglin. I'm a High Court enforcement agent. I'm looking for Mr. Mohammed Bilal Tarafta.
About what?
Pardon? I have to speak to him. Is that
that's
you?
me.
Is it you, yeah? It's regarding monies owed to Ace Rent-A-Van Limited.
Ace?
Yeah.
I've never heard of Ace.
You never heard of Ace Rent-A-Van?
Yeah, I've heard of them, but I only hired a van for 1 day.
Right. They've taken you to court and issued a court order against yourself, and you owe them the amount of £3,507.89.
what?
I don't know what it's for.
Is it have to call you back? Yeah. What, Ace is charging me £3,000 for hiring the van for 1 day?
I don't know the details of it. Obviously, I only have the bill.
I ain't got notified about that.
All the letters have been
They've got
sent
the
here.
van, so why am I supposed to pay for £3,000?
Is it for damage or something like that?
There is no damage on the van. I don't know why you got to come in here without all these... I don't understand this, man.
When dealing with debtors, in most cases, they turn around and say, don't know nothing about it, mate. Don't know about this debt. What you on about? And so it goes on. I wouldn't be there unless the debt was owed, and they wouldn't be named in a High Court writ if they weren't responsible for that debt.
Bilal claims that the van was safely returned to the rental company and that the debt is nothing to do with him. But the High Court writ says otherwise.
We got a High Court writ to obviously come here to get the money off you. That's why we're here. We've been sending
But I
to get
haven't got the money for that.
All right, okay,
I'm
I'll
not
help you
going to
pay
pay
the
for
money.
that unless I go to court.
No worries.
That's the only problem.
You can go back to court and
Yeah.
fight it, but obviously that's not going to stop action here today.
With Bilal saying he won't pay, the agent's only option is to start looking for assets.
Whose are the vehicles in the drive?
Oh, that's my dad's and that.
Are you going to get the logbooks and insurance from them?
No, I ain't going to do that. That's not because it's not their thing.
Who lives at the house with you?
My dad and that.
Is your dad here?
I'm not going to get my family involved for that. It's not even my mistake.
If Bilal can't prove the cars on the driveway belong to his father, they could be seized to offset the debt.
No, we want to make sure, right, that none of these vehicles belong to you.
We'll have to seize the vehicles until you show us. That's how real... No, listen to me. I don't want to do that. That's what I'm saying. If you can show us... Hear me, listen to me. That's what I'm saying. If you can show us the paperwork, then we haven't got to go down that long route.
The writ commands that the agents look for any assets Bilal might own, which means they need to get inside the house.
Let one of us in.
No.
But then, Bilal's father appears in the hallway.
No, sir.
Oh, no, I don't want some Ace fan. I've had a van for 1 day and he's charged me £3.5 grand.
What I'd like to do, with your permission, sir, is to come in.
No, come in my house.
Come in my house. I understand that, sir, but we want to be able to report back on your...
You can report whatever you like.
Okay.
You can't come in my house.
All right then, sir. Fine, okay.
Who owns the vehicles in the drive? No worries. Have you got the logbooks and the insurance for them?
So why didn't you get the number plate and find out?
Well, no, we just...
That's your duty.
It's not my duty.
We just want to...
Anybody can come in my house. Okay?
We asked, sir, we asked. Either you talk to him, try and explain, then we're obviously going to have to... We're going to have to dig about and make inquiries on the vehicles. If he wants us to take the vehicles...
No, don't do that. Then he's going to put on my head.
A debtor may be anxious to not inform their family of their debt because it's embarrassing. For example, dad or mum may have previously bailed them out of a situation, and here we are again, confronted with enforcement agents in your house over a debt that you haven't taken care of.
Minutes later, Bilal's father comes back with his insurance documents.
That's fine. That's the... one sec.
Take him and go.
He's a named driver on the Yaris, though, isn't he?
He's a driver only, but does he own the car?
No, I'll give you that. He's only a named driver.
Okay, go on. Can you go, please?
Please don't push me, sir.
No, get out!
Why are you going? Please
Get
don't.
out! Go! Go!
No, hold on.
You're not the authority here.
I am.
No, you're not.
I am.
Balance off!
Leave it.
Go!
Please don't do this.
Don't ever come in again in my door again.
Come on, brother. Listen, I'm telling
Go.
you, no point.
No, we're trying to keep it calm.
Get out for me at my
I'm not
door.
doing anything. We're just
Okay,
talking.
please.
Just get out.
Please stop shouting.
Okay?
Please stop shouting. We can get this sorted.
You are
then we can
breaking
go.
the law.
I'm not.
Yes, you
I'll
are.
show you why I'm not. Look.
Look, I don't give pass off. Get out of
Why
here.
are you doing that?
Hey, leave it,
Stop that. No. Let me go and...
Oh, man.
I don't know why you want to do that. There's no need for that.
Come on, man.
Listen, I was inside. It's only when he hit that, the only reason I'm in here.
Unless you go out from here, it's going to be violent. I'll tell you, I'll guarantee that. So somebody's going to get hurt. Either me or you lot.
Why are you being like
No,
that?
that's it.
Look, please,
Unless
honestly,
you
I'm
go
trying to
outside
sort
my
this out.
house.
We're not...
This simple debt recovery has turned into a dangerous situation for the agents.
Listen.
Now! Solve it!
Will Dell and Dale be able to keep tempers under control before the threats turn into real violence? High Court enforcement agents Delroy Anglin and his son Dale were in South East London to recover a debt of over £3,500 owed to a van rental company.
Looking for Mr. Mohammed Bilal Taraftar.
About what?
But the debtor, Bilal, claimed the writ had nothing to do with him.
They've got the van, so why am I supposed to pay for £3,000?
He refused them access to the house.
Let one of us in. No problem.
And when his father got involved, the situation turned nasty.
Get out!
Why you got?
Look, I don't give buzz off! Get out of
Why
here!
are you doing that?
Hey, leave it.
Stop that. No.
So somebody's gonna get hurt. Either me or you lot.
Now the agents must try and calm Bilal's father down and make him understand they have every right to be in the house.
I call the police.
Okay.
Why?
They have no right to come into my house. No, they have no right to come into my house. Just because of your size.
Nothing to do with my size.
No, you are intimidating me.
We're gonna wait for the police.
You are forcing me.
Dale tries to explain the situation to Bilal's younger brother, Abid.
Is it your brother? He's been there and watched it. I haven't done anything to your dad.
No, you forced me to it.
Your dad's the one that's hit me.
No,
I haven't
you
done
forced
anything.
me. Lying bastard, you don't.
Talking here, obviously, is just going to make everyone upset. We'll just wait for the police and we'll get dealt with.
This is an ongoing thing with this idiot, man. You know what I'm trying to say? That's why my dad's pissed off.
It seems that Del and Dale are caught in the crossfire of an ongoing feud between Bilal and his father.
Why did you take him?
I'm not here to take him.
No, you had to take him. He's
Why?
the criminal.
Who's making him a criminal?
You are. You have a right to force him to my house?
We didn't force it to us.
Yes, you have forced
No,
him.
we didn't force it to
Yes,
you know what? I'm not going to argue with you.
Yeah.
You called the police, let them come, and then we can deal with it. Yeah? That's cool.
A lot of communities in this country are tight family communities where everyone lives in one home. Debt is a big thing, and obviously it can cause a massive issue. And unfortunately, obviously, we're the bearer of bad news, and I can understand why someone wouldn't want to bring their family into that.
With Bilal's father now downstairs, Del tries to break the stalemate.
The easiest way around this then, pay the money, we leave. Well, then
Not
we're
you,
gonna have
speak
to...
to your brother.
I'm just...
But don't pay it then. You're saying, I'm not paying this. So really and truly, that attitude there is what's going to cause this, not me.
Bilal still claims that he safely returned the van after one day and that he's not responsible for the debt.
Something in this story doesn't make sense. So let me see if I can find out the other side of it.
Dale calls the rental company.
Good afternoon.
And here's a very different version of events.
Their side of the story is that you did hire the van for 24 hours, like you said. They had to come and pick it up, but not after 24 hours. And you didn't tell them where it was. They had to go and find it using their tracker. And it took them 2 weeks to do so. 2 weeks? 2 weeks before they got their van back.
Dale now gives Bilal one last chance. Pay the debt, or the agents will be forced to seize possessions.
I want your brother to take responsibility and deal with this. Go speak to your brother, go in another room. I'll stand right here. You two guys obviously need to chat because he doesn't want to listen to us.
I'm letting you go through my stuff.
Yes,
my
I know.
Stuff.
I understand.
You don't understand, man. It's their fucking
Listen.
right as a freaking enforcement officer, man.
Yeah, we'll
Fuck's
wait right
sake,
here.
bro.
We won't walk round. We'll wait here.
It's their fucking right, man. You can say whatever you want. It's their right. Listen, there's no point thinking in it. Listen, you fucking prick, man. If you're fucking paying £3.5 grand, yeah, they're gonna take everything in the fucking house. Do you not fucking understand that? Idiot. It's more worse than anyone. You fucking swallow your pride and I'll swallow fucking hope, man.
Tempers are rising again. And then, Bilal's uncle decides to get involved.
You want fighting?
No.
Huh?
No.
You want fighting? You
no.
tell me.
No, we don't want to fight. No.
You tell me.
No,
You are fighting?
no. No fighting. No.
I'm ready.
No.
I'm ready.
We're not nothing like
Yes, then go out.
that. Nothing
Please
like
go
that,
out. Go.
I can't leave here, sir.
Go. You
There
go
is-
outside.
Sir, there is no fighting.
What's going on?
I haven't moved from here. I haven't moved from here. I don't know why he's upset.
Nah, hoise fight করতো নি আমি ready. আমি ready.
Please,
চলে তো কি করতে?
Bilal's father reappears from downstairs.
We're not.
I know you're not doing nothing. I know you're not doing nothing. I know you're not doing
There's going
nothing.
to be a violent.
Can you just stand there? Please,
Yeah, I will stand here.
No, you need to stand there.
We're not going around the house. We're standing right here.
I'm gonna go to prison. Then all of you will be happy.
Stop being stupid, man! Fucking stop him! Please, Upper! Just please stop him, man! Fucking no, bruv! What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
Why doesn't he get out of this bloody house?
Fucking no, bruv! Are you stupid, man? Fuck, I'm crying, bruv. Upper, please, man! Fucking no, bruv! Look what you're doing, man! They're fucking right! You don't understand, bruv! They're not gonna move! They're not gonna move unless they get the 3.5 grand or 4.5 grand of fucking worth of assets! Don't you understand?
Sometimes it can be very shocking because sometimes everything's very flat and then instantly it's like a light switched on and everything just erupts. And we've got to try and control that in the safest way we can.
The agents have now been in the house for 2 hours. Abid decides to make them an offer.
Well, can I give a deposit or something of 2 grand? Because I've only got about 2 grand on me. Can I give a deposit or something? Huh? Stop fucking being long, man.
How much?
Huh?
It has to be the full amount. Obviously, I know you're trying, I can see that. I'd rather help you with too.
Yeah, but even if it's a small thing, it's still
Hear me,
it's
hear
still
me.
things, isn't it? Come
Listen.
on. Look, at the end of the day, you're paying me back, not these fucking... I know that!
Listen.
That's it! I'd rather have that, you fucking pay me back, not these fucking pricks. They're gonna take everything in the fucking... Sorry for being pricks.
No, I understand.
You know what I'm saying? I'll chase you up for fucking 5 years if you have to pay me back 2 grand. I'm not gonna come to your fucking yard and take your shit now, man. That's fucking Dad's cars! Abdul Upper's car!
Abid's offer of £2,000 isn't enough to clear the debt. But finally, Bilal starts to make some calls to try and raise the remaining £1,500.
Where are you? Where are you? The bailiff's in my house.
Finally, nearly 3 hours after they were called, the police arrive at the house.
Yeah, so we're trying to sort things out, you.
Bilal's father makes immediate allegations about the agents.
This gentleman, he used his size to force me into it.
You know, we wasn't here present, and obviously I've not their paper time with their warrants, they have a power of entry.
It's a high court writ.
I don't like it that somebody coming to my house.
I mean, the best thing I would say is try and be on these guys' side, try and facilitate as much as possible to you. It's law enforcement. I'm sorry, there's not much more to do, okay? Take care, yeah?
With the agent's authority established, Bilal's father makes a surprise offer of £1,500 to resolve the debt.
Do you teach it?
No, it's cleared funds, it'd have to be a card.
Cleared funds.
Deal.
One was for 2,000, one was for 1,500.
Together with Abid's £2,000 payment, the debt is finally settled.
Thank you.
Oh, no, receipt.
But before they leave, Bilal's father has one last word.
You got the phone number? Have you got his phone number?
Little boy.
Brother, all the
Be
best,
safe,
yeah?
yeah? You need anything, just give us a call if you've got any queries, yeah? All right, bro.
5 hours after they first arrived, the case is finally over. In London, average rents are 100% higher than the rest of the UK. Londoners renting in the private sector spend on average 60% of their income on rent, and evictions are on the rise. Clapton, East London. High Court enforcement agents Paul Bohill and Steve Pinner are on their way to carry out an eviction.
Today we have a writ of possession.
The tenant, Mr. Proctor, has lived in the flat for 6 years, but his tenancy expired 5 months ago.
Turned down here, I think. 64.
Mr. Proctor isn't in rent arrears, but his landlord decided not to renew his lease.
Look at that.
Is that a parking space?
Yeah, I'm just going to park here.
Okay.
A locksmith is already at the property.
Did he bring keys?
Only for this door.
Oh, that's all right.
Mr. Proctor has already been given notice of the eviction by the county court, but the landlord has escalated the case to the High Court. Today, the agents are here without warning.
Hello? Mr. Proctor? Could you open the door, please?
Who is it?
High Court Enforcement. If you open the door, we can explain everything to you. Thank you very much. This is for you. This is from the High Court.
I haven't had it from the court saying...
OK, what's happened is it's gone all through the county court, and the county court have issued you a date to leave.
Right.
You was probably instructed, possibly by the council or somebody, to wait until you got third letter.
Oh, no, just to the date to leave, but I haven't had the date to leave.
Well, it couldn't have gone to the High Court until you had been instructed to leave.
Let me show you the last letter I've got.
No problem.
Can I just put my shirt on?
Yeah, just please get dressed.
So all I've had...
OK.
Transfer to the High Court for enforcement, but nothing else.
OK. There would be a letter prior to this saying that you had to leave the property by a certain date. Unfortunately, that you do have to leave today.
Oh my God, I didn't know, Maisie.
No, that's
No
all right.
idea.
Just relax, OK? Don't panic. Let's just explain everything to you, OK? The landlord has taken it to the High Court, and with the High Court, there is no notification at all because you were already supposed to be gone.
But that's not what the judge told me to do.
If
county court told me to do, or the lawyer told me to do, that's not, or even my housing officer told me to do.
OK. First things first, talk to somebody, explain them that we are here now, and we're going to give you an hour to get your personal effects together, which you need for a day or two, and then you can make an arrangement to come back and collect everything that's yours.
You can come in, it's just it's very small.
It's a bit squeezed for me. I'm a bit fat for this.
Sorry, I'm a bit upset as well.
No, I will try and squeeze it. I'm in.
Mr. Proctor is living in one tiny room. So small, Paul has to wait downstairs.
This is supposed to be a one-bedroom flat and they want £1,200 a month for it. Just I thought I'd let you know that. The landlords want the maximum amount of money that they can possibly get.
Mr. Proctor claims that the landlord wants to move new tenants in and triple the rent.
It's not exactly a, well, one-bedroom flat, is it?
Exactly, but that's what they've told everybody it is.
Mr. Proctor knew his landlord wanted to evict him. A housing association has offered to help him through the process.
Yeah, you can help me. I'm in a complete emergency.
He tries to reach his support worker on the phone.
The bailiffs have just turned up today and I've got a writ of possession, so I have to leave today. I need you to be with me now, ASAP. This is really, really important. I'm standing here with the bailiff standing right in front of me. It's calm.
Mr. Proctor's phone has run out of credit.
I'm going to have to top the phone up, I'm sorry.
No, that's...
What else can I do?
No, that's okay.
Whilst he waits, a professional actor's studio portrait catches his eye.
I'm an actor.
Are you famous in your acting?
See with the DVD, if you go down, you see a big fat one which is kind of grey. Down, 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 down. Stop, pull that out, you see me on the front cover.
Oh, right.
It didn't look like I looked when I just got out of bed by the bailiffs at 9 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, I've done loads of stuff since, but not to Shakespeare though. This is a bit of frigging tragedy today, isn't it, really?
It is sad when you see people who've worked hard all their life and then gradually they're actually falling on hard times, and the consequence is that the farther they fall, the more chance there is they lose the roof over their heads.
Now with credit on his phone, Mr. Proctor tries to get hold of his support worker again.
I'm in a complete emergency. I have a support worker. Her phone is switched off at the moment. I don't know what to do. This is the last thing I was expecting. The last thing. This has all happened within the last half an hour. In the next few minutes, yeah? Because otherwise... Okay, all right. Cheers. Bye. Bye. No, she's off. That's a manager of another place, you know. I'm in such a kind of mess now. You know,
Get yourself together. Get a bag together of what you need. Obviously, medication, identification, because you're going to need an ID for the council.
This is just like... Christ, this is like a kick in the balls at the moment. This is the last thing I needed.
While he packs, it becomes clear to Steve that Mr. Proctor has been living in difficult conditions.
There's no oven, so that's why I've got my slow cooker. Into a little shower there. Not I've had a hot water for months. Luxury, innit?
Hopefully, from this day on, it's going to get better.
Well,
because you won't have this, will you? I just need to get the locksmith to come up and change the locks. You all right for a few minutes?
Yeah. I can't think. My brain's flustered. I can't think what else to pack.
With the locks changed, the eviction is complete. David must now leave the room he's called home for the last 6 years.
Sorry, what's your first name?
David.
David, Paul.
It will be up to the council to provide emergency accommodation. But as a single man, he won't be a priority for rehousing.
Living conditions weren't brilliant by any means. I mean, it was a tiny little place. Barely swing a cat in there. You know, it's just nowhere near enough room for someone to live. I don't think so.
Paul and Steve have faced a distressing eviction. But in Brian and Dell's next case...
I'm not going to waste my time. I'm going to call a removal vehicle and I'm going to empty your hotel. What would you like to do?
A debtor in denial leaves a hotel in chaos.
I'm going to call a truck.
Last year, over 100,000 county court judgments were issued against businesses in England and Wales. With an average value of nearly £3,500, creditors are increasingly turning to the High Court to get their money back. High Court enforcement agents Brian O'Shaughnessy and Delroy Anglin are in Greenwich, south-east London, to collect money owed by a hotel to a catering supplies company.
What have we got now, Del?
We're going to KBS Bars Limited, trading as King William Hotel. The amount we're looking to collect is £6,507.79p.
Okay. This has been refurbed, mate. It's all freshly painted.
If the owners of the hotel can't or won't pay today, the agents have the right to seize goods to offset the value of the debt.
Hi, mate. Yeah, I'm trying to find King William's Hotel. We're here. Oh, is that the hotel there?
Yeah, this is the hotel.
Hi, I'm a High Court enforcement agent. My name is Mr. Anglin. I have a High Court writ here.
I'm a manager, so you have to come either when there's a manager here or...
No, I'm here now and I'm going to deal with the situation. Well, will you get the manager then, please?
She's not here. She was go out and call her for you, but...
Well...
The receptionist, Valerie, appears to be the only member of staff in the hotel.
I've got a High Court writ for monies owed, okay? And I need to collect £6,500. Well, I know you don't personally, but it's not against you.
They don't keep money on the premises, so...
Well, they don't have to. They can sort of transfer it from one bank to another, can't they?
I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, no, I think it might, because if it doesn't, then we will have to go in each and every room and remove goods to cover that.
How many rooms are here?
20.
Okay.
The manager,
Yeah.
she's not in, and then the owners are Sam and Kima, who actually own the hotel.
Can you call them?
I don't have the number.
Valerie rings a colleague, Maria, for help.
There's law enforcement here, so what do I do? Because I can't get through to Sam and Kima because I don't know the number.
Do you want me to speak to her? I'm happy to. Hello? Yeah, good afternoon. Hi, you all right?
What the enforcement is for?
We have a High Court writ.
Right, okay.
Maria gives Valerie a number for Sam, one of the owners.
Patient here at the King William Hotel, and they'd like to speak to... Yeah, should I pass you over to the gentleman? Yeah.
Your turn, Brian. I'll be effect. I'm listening.
Hello, who's this, please? Sam, how you doing? My name's Brian O'Shaughnessy. Who are you in connection to this business? You own it? OK, no problem. What we need, sir, is full payment now to satisfy the High Court writ. We have to either collect full monies or enforce it, which will be removal of goods, obviously. We don't want to do that. Because I'm not going to waste my time. Because if you can't, I'm going to call a removal vehicle and I'm going to empty your hotel. What would you like to do? Thank you very much. You can't pay. I'm going to call a truck. Can I talk to him? He's on the phone. I'm not wasting any time.
With owner Sam saying he can't pay, Brian calls for recovery vehicles. He hopes that the threat of seizing goods will kickstart the hotel owners into paying the £6,500 debt.
Will you also mention to him we will be going into the guests' rooms to remove goods belonging to the hotel if he's not going to pay?
The agents have the right to take goods from all areas of the hotel, including the bedrooms, if they're unoccupied.
Hello, so how are you?
Very well, how are you?
I would suggest you hold back on that until we've resolved the issue.
So, would you mind taking a seat? Sorry.
Dell advises that the guests remain in the lobby until the case is resolved.
Obviously, I didn't expect this to happen. I don't think they expected it to happen, to be fair, looking at the look on her face.
Well, I feel sorry for the customers because it's not their business, it's not their fight. They just want a room for the night. I haven't worked all day, you know, and they've turned up, haven't paid their good money, and may not get a room.
2 hours after the agents first arrived, no one has turned up to help Valerie deal with the situation. But then she gets a call.
Right, they said somebody will be here within 50 minutes.
To...
I'm going to pay some money.
They need to pay it in full as well.
Outside the hotel, the removal vehicles have now arrived. The agents need to be ready to seize goods, just in case the owner fails to pay the full £6,500. One of the items is a classic old red telephone box.
What is it that you wanted to take? Telephone box. It's going to be a pain in the arse, isn't it? Yeah, of course you can. But it weighs a bloody ton. They're going to have a look at it and see what it weighs. About 8 or 9 people to get that in when they were moving it from next door into here. I've got another vehicle coming to remove any other assets, sofas and stuff like that.
15 minutes have now passed since the owners last called, and they still haven't arrived to make a payment.
You want to take the sofas or move the sofas? We'll do what you want, yeah?
If the owners don't show up soon, they might not have a hotel to come back to. Valerie talks to Sam again.
So then they can hold on taking the new goods, because they've already started taking the chairs. You're coming to pay money? Okay, then I'll tell them and then they'll hold up the new one.
He's coming with cash, is he?
He's coming with cash from the
Take care.
With the promise of payment in full, Dell goes outside to put the removal on hold.
Right, he reckons he's coming with cash. Let's hold it now.
Finally, the owners show up. The agents have been at the hotel for nearly 4 hours. Now, because of extra fees, their original £6,500 debt has been increased by another £1,600.
How are you?
What's going on, man?
Thanks for coming. Come in. It is 8116.99. Okay, Mr. Kumar, I've been here for 4 hours. You've got customers sitting in your reception, and we need to get it resolved and paid. I would love to get paid and leave and let your business continue. Okay? Thank you very much.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
With the debt now being paid in full, Dell tells Valerie that the case has been resolved.
You can deal with the guests now if you like.
Thank you, Valerie. That's fine. Thanks for paying it. Happy days, paid cash. Let's go. Yeah, all done.
The collection vehicles are sent away, and Brian and Dell have got the result they needed for the claimant.
7 or 8 grand. All £1,000 bags, yeah, 50s. But that's somebody's money. You know, that could keep a business afloat, you know? has a knock-on effect, but these people still want to sit there and think we're out of order of what we're doing. Poor Valerie, she had to deal with us, the punters, and the bosses. I mean, that woman deserves a medal.
The total value of the buy-to-let property market in the UK is set to exceed £1 trillion in 2016. But landlords across the UK are losing £9.9 billion in rent arrears and property damage each year. High Court enforcement agents Paul Bowhill and Steve Pinner are on the road again. This time they're in North London to carry out another repossession.
Today we're in Tottenham. We have a repossession in Strode Road.
The tenants, Anna Blashak and her family, have lived in the property for over 3 years. The landlord claims they owe him thousands of pounds in unpaid rent.
It's quite tidy, isn't it? It's like a nice little enclave.
20 here, 23.
But the agents aren't here to collect the rent arrears. Their job is to get the tenants out today. The landlord, Mario, is waiting for them at the property.
Good morning.
Hello.
Oh, this isn't good by the looks of it.
It's not good.
All right.
How you doing? The tenant is not happy. She doesn't want to leave.
Oh, that's unfortunate. OK, give us 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Mario has just warned his tenants they're about to be evicted.
Is Balzac?
Yeah. Are you mad?
No, we're not mad.
Who is
You
Miss
don't
Anna?
own the property.
Yes,
You've just repossessed it.
Where are we meant to go? Where are we meant to go? I have a child that's 4 months old.
OK, relax, please.
Polish-born tenants, Claudia and her mother Anna, are clearly in shock. Claudia calls her boyfriend for help.
Are you coming? They hurry up, because they came, bruv. What am I meant to do? Bruv, what am I meant to fucking do? Hurry up, then. Dobra, okay.
As Claudia has a young baby, Steve needs them to understand what they must do next.
Can I explain how the system works?
No, I'm calling the police. I don't want
OK, I'll explain to you anyway.
explain, but
You have an hour to get your personal effects together. You can then make an arrangement and come back and collect everything else. OK, what would you like?
Police are asking who you're like.
We're High Court enforcement
High Court enforcement.
and we have a writ from the High Court.
Yeah, but we didn't get nothing from the court that we did.
You won't get anything from the High Court. You will only get paperwork
Do you
from the
have
council.
warrants?
Pardon?
Warrants?
Yes. This one is for you, which enables you to take this to the council, and the council will then help you, hopefully, with housing.
Yeah, but we have nowhere to go.
I was trying to explain it to you.
Yeah, but you don't get it. We have nowhere to go. Nowhere to go. We didn't even get a letter from the court.
Some people, once we've knocked on the door and we go in and we explain to them the situation, then they say, oh, we're going to phone the police, asking them if we can be here. Well, all of that's all okay, but you need to get your stuff together because, you know, you're wasting valuable time.
Claudia is trying to get the police to come and stop the eviction.
Yeah, but the thing is, we have nowhere to go. We didn't even get a letter from that. We need to move out. Yeah, but the thing is, I have a lot of things. I'm not going to fuck in an hour.
You didn't listen to me. I said
Never mind.
you have an hour to take your personal effects and then you can make an arrangement to come back and collect everything that belongs to you.
Yeah, but what am I meant to is that? How am I meant to do that? With I need a whole day to pack that things.
The police tell Claudia the agents have a legal right to evict her today.
Nie przyjadą, bo powiedzieli, że mają to z sądu i mamy iść do kancilu. A ja jestem niewyszykowana.
The tenants claim they know nothing about the eviction, so Paul and Steve head out to talk to landlord Mario and his wife.
It's horrible, but it's not personal to them. It's just that I can't afford to keep paying the mortgage without covering the bills.
But then Claudia suddenly appears at the door, wanting to talk to the agents.
If we're moving out today, then let him give us basically 1 month the basic deposit to give it back.
Claudia claims it's not them who owe the money to the landlord, but the other way round.
Mom said that if paid him on Saturday £200 for the house.
Sorry, I don't.
Come then.
I don't understand what you're trying to say. What happens is now.
Listen here, we paid him money on this fucking Saturday, and then I want it back. Simple as.
With the eviction going nowhere, Paul and Steve must try and get the tenants out before the dispute turns ugly. High Court enforcement agents Paul Bowhill and Steve Pinner were in Tottenham, North London, to carry out an eviction.
Oh, this isn't good by the looks of it.
The tenant, Claudia, said she knew nothing about the eviction.
Where are we meant to go? Where are we meant to go? I have a child that's 4 months old.
Okay, relax, please.
The landlord claimed his tenants owed thousands of pounds in unpaid rent.
I can't afford to pay the mortgage.
But Claudia had a very different version of events.
Listen here, we paid him money on this fucking Saturday, and then I want it back. Simple as.
Now Paul wants to get to the truth of the matter.
They've known about the eviction since May of last year.
Yeah. Have you got the Samaritan's number? Because I can see this is stressing you.
I don't.
He does, he gets really...
I get very
No,
stressed.
but listen, this story is what we hear 3 or 4 times a day. And this is slightly worse because they're loud.
Mario claims that he's been trying to get the tenants out for 9 months.
So what is the rent arrears then?
I don't know, it's in the several thousand.
Minutes later, Claudia spots her landlord waiting outside and decides to confront him.
Because you're kicking us out, we need the money. We paid you 2 days ago.
But you owe him thousands. You haven't paid the rent for months.
We haven't paid it, we pay every week.
Oh.
Exactly. So why is he lying for now?
Claudia claims that she and her mother are up to date with their rent. But despite the ongoing dispute, the High Court writ means the family must leave today.
We're going to call the police now.
Mamo, on powiedział, że dzwoni na policję.
I have message, send landlord, I have money.
Well, I don't get it. She pays him every week.
Saturday.
Can I stop you? This eviction...
Money, Mario.
Yeah, you sent me money on Saturday.
Yeah. Why you not tell me I not pay?
Anna, how much money have I paid because you won't leave the property? Yeah? You don't understand.
And every week, 200 pounds.
It's not every week, Anna.
Every week.
It wasn't every week, Anna.
Every
No,
week.
It's not enough.
With tempers rising, Paul advises Mario to leave the property until the tenants have gone.
I've sent the landlord away. He's getting stressed anyway. He wants to be somewhere else. We've got the key. So we'll just do the normal. We'll lock them up, meet him later on and give him the keys.
The agents have now been at the house for over an hour, but the tenants still seem reluctant to leave.
This eviction process has actually been going on for 9 months.
9 months?
It started off as rent arrears, turned into an end of tenancy because the rent arrears scenario was just never going to go anywhere.
Get yourself ready, get the baby sorted, and then you can take that letter and yourself and the baby down to the council.
I don't get why you coming here, yeah? And basically, I didn't even get a letter. Mom just got a letter. Let me show you what letter she got.
After claiming she knew nothing about the eviction, Claudia fetches a letter from the county court.
And does it say anywhere that we need to move out at 11 o'clock?
OK, the judge here has said that it can be transferred to the High Court. Now, with the High Court, you don't get any notification. I know it doesn't work for you, and I get that. We don't make the rules, OK? The reality with some of the people that we go to is that they tell us they're not going to leave. The real story is that they are going to leave. The piece of paper says they will leave.
The family finally seem to understand that they must go, but they still don't seem to be in any hurry.
It's now 12:20. We've been here since 11 o'clock.
No, everything take.
You're not taking everything.
Anna has called her ex-partner to help move their belongings.
How long before the car is coming?
30 minutes.
No, that's not good enough. So you need to start putting stuff outside the house.
I'm not finished.
Nearly 2 hours after the agents first arrived at the house, Claudia's boyfriend and Anna's ex-partner have finally arrived to help.
You understand the situation here? OK, fine.
If you get any problems, if you photograph the sticker on the door, that's our company. So if you get any problems with getting stuff and things, yeah, just take a photograph of it. All right.
As Claudia has a baby, she'll be entitled to emergency accommodation.
OK.
The eviction is now complete.
At the end of the day, they understood the situation.
They owe £10,000 worth in rent, or between £7,000 and £10,000 worth in rent. They'd be giving him dribs and drabs, 200 here, 200 there. You know, it's just not... It doesn't cut the mustard, does it?
Just dragging their heels for time and everything, you know, because they want to.
Next time, Del and Dale find themselves in a volatile situation.
It's not your stuff. We are taking it. Move from there. All of this is unnecessary.
Brian and Del meet a couple whose lives have been turned upside down,
It shouldn't cost £4 to bury a fucking human being.
while Stuart and Vic meet a businessman at the end of her tether.
You're not moving anything. Mum's I've got all in my arse.
We won't be leaving here until the money's collected.
And if you thought that was tense, stand by for the double bill, including the season finale of Suspects, The Enemy Within, next here on Channel 5. Whilst over on 5 Star Next, if you've got the questions, and you definitely do, brand new Sex Pod has got the answers.
What happens when you get into debt
I'll do what I want. I will punch you clean through that window.
and you can't
You think you can tear my family apart?
or won't pay it back?
I can't pay you. I can't pay you.
We meet the High Court enforcement agents who are pushed to their limits,
Get back up! Get out of here! So somebody's gonna get hurt.
dealing with desperate debtors
Fields!
in dramatic situations.
I'm not getting irate for any other reason than your van is on my drive.
We meet the people who are losing their homes
I haven't been sleeping or anything because I've been worried about all of this.
and their possessions.
That's fine, because I just list everything, I'm going to take it.
Because whatever happens, if you can't pay,
Get your hands off of me.
they'll take it away. Research has shown that almost 60% of UK small and medium-sized building firms don't always receive the full amount they invoice for, forcing many to reclaim the balance through the courts. Hundreds of thousands of small firms have to write off unpaid bills, putting them under financial pressure. High Court enforcement agent Stuart McCracken and trainee Ian Taylor travel all over England and Wales, seizing goods and collecting debts. It's 8:15 a.m. and they're on their way to Blackpool to collect nearly £3,500 owed by builder Jonathan Smith to a dissatisfied client. The client claimed that Mr. Smith did not complete a job he'd been paid for.
How much does he owe? £3,315. I'll be interested.
The agent's High Court powers give them the right to remove goods to cover the debt if payment isn't made. They immediately spot Mr. Smith's work van and a car in the driveway.
Oh, what we got? A 4-plate van and an 08-plate Mondeo.
This job is going to be anything but straightforward.
Hello there, sir. We're after Jonathan.
Speaking.
Jonathan, hello. My name is Mr. McCracken. I'm a High Court enforcement agent from Direct Collection Bailiffs Limited. We're here to execute a writ, sir. The total amount of £3,315.
What happened was, It went to court, and the court never sent me a letter.
Right, okay.
So I've written back to the court
Yeah.
because I couldn't afford to pay the £250
Yeah.
to put it aside.
Right, okay. Well, at the moment it's still active, which means that we're here to collect the balance in full or remove goods, sir. So you need to see what you can do to try and raise some funds.
The only thing I've got is 200 cash, that's all I've got.
Right, it won't be enough, sir. So like I said, we will have to take control of goods. If we do have to remove goods, sir, sorry to say, it goes up to £4,062.
Well, the thing is, I can't pay it, that's...
Yeah,
That's the end of the...
Okay.
As Mr. Smith can't pay, the active High Court writ means that Stuart has the right to seize any of his assets to cover the debt. With their possessions now at risk, Mr. Smith's wife intervenes.
You've got a job to do, we get that, right? But
Yeah.
you're not looking at our position. All you do is you
Yeah, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do.
We've got nothing to give.
Yeah.
That's it.
If we do take control of goods, to a certain extent, wouldn't be the end of it. For example, there's extra charges, storage charges, etc.,
Yeah, but you can
etc.
say all that, but
Okay.
what I'm saying is there's no money.
No.
So you'll have to put me into jail.
Yeah,
That's the only way to do it. Don't be getting upset now.
It's not fair on the kids, it's
They've got
disgusting.
exams as well.
That's exams and you're doing this to the...
I'm not doing it.
Well...
You know what I
To
mean?
make it a more appropriate time though, you know, with kids in the morning.
It is what it is, I'm afraid. You know what I mean?
Do you know what? Just get out of the house, do what you got to do, just get out of the house. I can't stand this.
Yeah,
It is what it is.
I'll tell you what you want. I'm not particularly bothered now because you're upsetting the kids. And that's
I'm not upsetting the kids, sir. Yeah.
I've got no money to give you.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
Okay, so we'll have to do our job, which is taking
Do
control of
your
goods.
job then. Come on, let's get you to school. Come on.
I think the single most hardest thing about this job is when kids get involved. It's not their choice, it's not their fault, they're just in the face of it, I suppose. And when you've got a family that want to protect the children, it can be quite emotional.
It's a sensitive situation, but the agents are duty-bound to stay in the house until the case is resolved. To avoid causing further distress, Stuart and Ian decide to wait until the children have left for school before taking further action.
You're looking vacant.
Sorry, there's nothing I can do.
You know how kids are so stressed over these exams at the minute? I'll just have a bit of
Okay.
compassion, for goodness sake. Well, just say, okay,
What do you want me to do?
I'll step outside so you can talk.
I can't do that, I'm afraid.
How can you do it?
It's an unpaid High Court writ.
Have you got no compassion whatsoever? You're absolute arsehole.
With the children now on their way to school, Ian calls for a finance check on the two vehicles in the driveway.
Hi James, it's Ian. Can you put me through to someone for HPI check, please? Cheers. Right. Both vehicles are free of finance. The debt's kind of around about £3,500, and between the two, they're worth about £3,000. So it's not far off the full amount, really. So it is worth our time taking them.
Makes your job harder when there's kids involved, because no kid really wants to see it, really. Two enforcement agents threatening to remove goods. But it is what it is. We've got a writ to collect. Let's just hope they can raise something, so we can get this matter resolved.
Both vehicles have now been seized. 30 minutes later, Mr. Smith returns. Stuart gives him another chance to pay.
Is there anything you can do? Anything?
I've just had to send my daughter in bits. Do you know how that feels? Do you know how that feels? In front of all the parents? Do you know how it feels? Just on the verge. Believe me. Just give me a minute.
Yeah.
This simple debt recovery has become emotionally charged. With Mr. Smith refusing to speak to the agents, will they ever get the £3,500 they came for? Stuart McCracken and Ian Taylor were in Blackpool to collect nearly £3,500 owed by a builder.
Hello there, sir. We're after Jonathan.
Speaking.
Mr. Smith claimed he was trying to appeal his case.
So I written back to the court because I couldn't afford to pay the £250 to put it aside.
Right, okay. Well, at the moment, it's still active.
He said he couldn't pay.
I've got no money to give you. Simple as
Okay,
that.
so-
You'll have to put me into jail.
Yeah,
That's the only way to do it.
Concerned that the children had seen it all, tempers boiled over.
You know, Fields! Just give me a minute.
Yeah.
Now with Mr. Smith shut in the kitchen, Ian tries to reason with his wife.
Any money paid today is held by our company for 14 days, which gives a chance.
Honestly, we've only got £200. If I knew, honestly, if we had the money, I'd do it. Of course I would. I haven't got it.
Then Mr. Smith re-emerges.
There's nothing I can do.
There must be something.
There's nothing.
I swear to
We
God.
Have you got anything?
Nothing. I don't have
We've been
anything.
made bankrupt before, right? So we
Yeah.
have nothing.
It's one of those, so if you can't pay anything, then the goods will have to be
So
removed.
you take the works van?
Yeah, that'll be removed as well.
Take me van, that's it. I'm screwed. Completely and utterly screwed.
Yep.
So there's no money coming in from anywhere, so you can come back as many times as you want.
Yeah.
But once it's all gone, you can't have anything, can you? So it's wasting your time, the court's time, everybody else's time.
When we see somebody's livelihood or tools of the trade, we have to assess up, are they going to be able to work after we take control of the vehicle? Are they going to be able to earn any money once we take control of that vehicle? Or will that vehicle clear the balance? But we got to put our emotions to the side and weigh up, is this going to be the correct thing to do or not?
I don't know what I can say to you. That's all I can do. I've got nobody who's got any money. That is my livelihood outside. Without that, then kids don't eat, do they? Simple as that.
I'll make a call, see what I can do.
With Mr. Smith's financial situation now clear, Stuart calls the office.
They've got nothing, mate. He's smashed up the kitchen to pieces, the holes in the wall and everything. So I reckon if he had any money, mate, he would have paid us. No, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Living on the breadline here, I think.
Mr. Smith maintains that he had to stop work on the building job because the claimant refused to pay for all the work needed.
There was problems with the property, leaks, everything else. And it was all adding up to the stage where he'd used all his money. So I turned around and said, look, it can't go on anymore. That's it. You either pay some more money or the job don't commence. That was it then. It stemmed from there. That's because you've got a bit of that. You can just go to court and pay all this. I can't afford to put cases aside all the time. I'm an everyday person, me. That's it. Go out to work, if there's work there, and that's it. We've got no luxuries. You know what I mean? The kids haven't been on holiday for 3 years. And if we do go away, it's only down south. Got 200 quid cash, that's it.
Stuart decides to throw the family a lifeline.
Right, what I've recommended the best thing to do is we do what they call a control goods agreement, which means everything stays. Put it on for a 7-day hold, so it gives you a chance to speak to the court. If it does get set aside, it's the end of the matter. If it doesn't get set aside, it means sadly that we will have to come back.
That's fine.
Okay, but at least it gives you 7 days. So I'll just do the paperwork, guys, and we'll leave you to get on with the rest of your day, alright?
The controlled goods agreement means that Mr. Smith now has 7 days to either pursue his appeal with the courts or pay the £3,315 and save his belongings.
He comes across as a guy that if he genuinely had the money, he would have sorted it out, so he wouldn't want to put his kids through that. He's gone to court, he's done the right thing. If it turns out that it swings in his favour, that's great for him and his family. But if it goes against him, it means we've got to go through all this again in 7 days. In the nicest possible way, I've still got a job to do and I've still got a writ to execute.
A report reveals that last year, 80% of UK companies were kept waiting for at least a month or longer to get invoices paid. It's estimated that more than 40,000 small and medium-sized businesses are owed more than £1 million in unpaid bills. High Court enforcement agents Delroy and Dale Anglin are in Ilford, Essex. The father and son team have a writ to collect a debt of over £2,500 owed by Mr. Samsul Ahmed to a frozen food company.
Oh, it's that one there, the 04.
If Samsul can't or won't pay today, the writ allows the agents to seize goods to offset the debt.
Hello, my name's Dan Anglin, High Court Enforcement Agent. Looking for Mr. Samsul Ahmed. Does he live here, yeah?
No.
He doesn't live here? Or he's not home? Dan Anglin, High Court Enforcement Agent.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a Mr. Samsul Ahmed.
Yeah, why?
Is he here?
Why?
I've got a High Court writ against him.
About what?
Well, what relation are you to him, so that we know?
His son.
You're his son?
Yeah.
Well, how old are you?
I'm 19. What's the money for?
I can't tell you until I've spoken to him.
Basically, what it is, my dad's not in the country at the moment, innit? But, however, when he comes back, I'll give you a shot.
Who's this gentleman here then?
It's my cousin brother. He's like my cousin brother.
Alright. I don't want to be difficult, but can we see some ID then? Because we don't know who's here.
Did you get my driving
Yeah, go on, man. It's cool, man.
Immediately, the agents are suspicious that the older man is the debtor.
It's my cousin brother, yeah? Cousin brother.
Yeah.
When the son comes out to get his ID from his car, the agents take the opportunity to enter the property. They need to find out who the older man really is.
Is he your dad or uncle or something?
Yeah, that was his name. That's what I'm saying. Yeah? That's what I'm saying.
How long's your dad been out of the country?
His dad's dying, basically. My granddad's dying.
Right.
So he went on an emergency holiday with him.
Is he contactable?
I haven't got a Bangladesh number.
Does anyone else have a number for him?
No, I don't.
And there's no way of contacting him in an emergency, no?
The man who claims he's not the debtor, Samsul Ahmed, steps in to back up the younger man.
Mr. Samsul is not living here. His name nothing here. Because that house is his wife's name.
Which house are we talking about here?
This house.
It might be his wife's house, but he must stay
But
here.
he's not staying here. But some problem, there is between.
Okay, well, he must stay somewhere because we've been up front with you, yeah? So you need to be up front with us. When people are under pressure, when you're speaking to them as an enforcement agent, the lies they come out with are quite laughable, but you've got to bite your bottom lip, really, because they've been quite serious, because they want you to believe them.
Dale changes tactics. He hopes that putting the pressure on will flush out the man's real identity.
Because we've got a High Court writ. Even without him here, it means we'll have to take stuff today to cover the bill if it's not paid.
Most of this stuff is on mine, though, so you can't.
Well, you need to provide receipts and the card that paid for everything.
With the threat of belongings being removed from the house, the older man gets his solicitor on the phone.
Totally incorrect but
Dale doesn't understand the Bengali conversation.
We speak to his solicitor.
His solicitor, yeah?
Yeah. He's dealing.
Hello?
Our client is not here at the moment, and out of blue he had to come and try to impose that action.
Letters were sent prior to our attendance today, so obviously we have let you know that.
We can understand, but in between there should be some communication regards to our client.
There has been letters, but we haven't had any response, which is why we're here. As it stands, it needs to be paid.
Well, they will not pay you anything right now because...
Okay, no worries. That's fine, no worries. When there's a language barrier, it's really difficult for us to know what's going on. They can hitch up a big plan and secure their story right there in front of us, and there's nothing we can do about it. We just have to work a bit harder.
Although the agents suspect the older man is the debtor, he still claims he's not Samsul Ahmed. Dell cranks up the pressure again to try to get to the truth.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk around your house and I'm going to start listing things.
Okay. Now, you listing, yeah? And how many days you going to give me that?
I'm listing to remove.
Yeah, I know.
You need to understand that.
Remove today.
I will remove today and now. If we have to remove, it's going to go up. we're going to have to take a lot of stuff.
Can you do me one favor, please?
There's nothing I can do.
Yeah, I can tell you something, yeah?
Yeah.
Give me a couple of days' time, yeah? Couple of days' time. And give me your contact number, yeah?
No.
If you give me a couple of days' time, give me 1 week, only 1 week, yeah? And I can tell you, yeah? Honest to God, I'm gonna tell you, give me 1 week time, yeah? And I'm gonna do something, sort it out.
No.
Please.
The older man now appears to be taking responsibility for the debt, but he still hasn't revealed his true identity.
Please, please. Yeah, because I don't have any choice. You know?
Okay, that's right, okay.
As Dell starts to make an inventory of goods,
That TV's my uncle's, by the way.
Dale tries again to establish if the men really are father and son, and that the older man is the debtor.
Do me a favour, can you ring his phone? Just so I can close off my suspicions here. Can you ring his phone now?
Yeah.
Dale asks Samsol's son to call the older man's phone.
He's using my dad's British number.
He's using your dad's number?
He's using my dad's British number.
That's your dad's phone?
That's my dad's British number.
Right. I'll tell you what makes sense to me is that that's your dad, and you man obviously need to save face.
No.
So acts like I'm a fool.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's your dad, it's not an issue. I understand. Initially you lied, so now you got to keep with that. Yeah? When you went to call him, suddenly he's got your dad's phone. So that's your dad, yeah?
Yeah.
I understand why you done it.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't need to sit down. Listen, it's your house. I understand. Hear me. I don't mind.
At the end of the day, right, at the end of the day, let's just roll on, get this money so we can do what we got to do.
Finally, the older man confirms he is Samsol Ahmed, the debtor.
I apologize.
Listen, you don't need to apologise. I understand your reasons for doing it.
Samsol, listen. If you do not pay me, all the property that I've listed to be removed will be removed.
With their lies exposed, Samsol and his son Newman suddenly start to discuss paying the debt.
After kila payback kurban. If I'm a friend that I minni, kila tara payback kurban. After ko, 2000 minni I'm a friend that I 2000 I'm a friend that I'm not gonna pay him back. Busan na mitare kila phone kila korta. Amar kila lagbo. After Bosrene, after Zero, after she possibly I say, I'm a friend of Zaitam 2000 from the house korta. Hazard with the Balazar, I'm killed with the Mama Goro Bailey face. I'm killed the Amar friend name. Amar killer lagbo.
Newman leaves to try and raise the £2,500 owed by his father. But if he fails to come back with an amount which will satisfy the claimant, the agents will start seizing goods.
They're trying to get the money. We're happy to accept half of it. If they can get half of it, we'll sort out some form of arrangement and take it from there. But I want half of this money.
"30 minutes later, Newman arrives home with cash.
1,200.
Newman has managed to raise nearly half the debt. It's enough for the agents to give Samsol Ahmed time to pay the balance.
You need to print your name there, signature.
But if he doesn't pay the remaining £1,300 within 14 days, the agents will be back.
We just have to persevere. And as you could see from the beginning, he had no money. None. He couldn't even raise...
He wasn't even in the country as it
He wasn't
goes.
even in the country as he, you know. We've ended up with him identifying himself as the debtor.
Apologising for lying.
Apologising for lying. Asking us to trust him further while he provided £1,200. But well done, son.
I'll teach you everything I know one day.
It's been a successful job for father and son team, Dell and Dale. But in Stuart and Ian's next case...
My husband's asking, will
Yeah.
you take part payment?
It needs to be the full balance.
They meet a woman whose husband's debt is sending her over the edge.
So that's why we need the balance. Surely you can understand that.
I was fucking gone yesterday,
Why?
you twat.
Debt in the UK's farming industry has risen by almost £1 billion over the past 5 years. Last year, 1 in 5 farms generated a loss, and nearly 20% faced major financial problems. High Court enforcement agents Stuart McCracken and trainee Ian Taylor are in Corwin, Wales, to collect nearly £3,000 owed by farmer Dylan Hughes to a supplier.
Tell you what's gorgeous round here though, isn't it?
Yep. Very green, isn't it?
Yeah, sheep everywhere.
Of course, the sheep everywhere, mate, it's Wales.
If Mr. Hughes can't or won't pay, the agents have the power to remove goods to offset the debt today.
This farm here?
Yeah, looks like it. Right, let's go and have a chat, eh?
Stuart immediately spots an asset.
Do you HPI on that, mate?
Yep.
While Ian checks whether the vehicle is free of finance, Stuart goes to find Mr. Hughes. No one appears to be in.
On finance? Okay, all right, thanks a lot.
What's up, mate?
It's on finance.
Is it?
With the van on finance, the agents can't seize it. They go in search of other assets.
There's a truck here. Done the finance on that, see what it says. When we come to a farm, we sort of rubbing our hands together to a certain extent. 9 times out of 10, the farm machinery, at least one of them's not going to be on finance, and it's worth quite a lot of money. Like a tractor is £60,000. A quad bike is £5,000, so it's a gold mine.
Free of finance? Okay, just a couple more bits in here. There's a JCB telehandler.
This Scania's free of finance, so we're going to put notice of enforcement on it.
Telehandler in the quad?
Yeah.
Both free of finance.
Although the value of the assets seized are worth more than the £2,700 debt, the agents hope the threat of removing them will prompt payment. And as the agents wait at the gates, someone arrives home.
We're after Mr. Hughes.
He's not here.
Right, okay, you able to get him on the phone?
What for?
It's an outstanding High Court writ.
Let me see the address.
I can't show you anything because you're not Dylan Hughes, I'm afraid. But we have taken control of the Scania lorry, the JCB and the quad.
He doesn't own them.
Who owns them?
Dion Hughes, my son.
Right.
My husband doesn't own them.
Okay, so we need to see some documentation.
Do you want to speak to him on the phone?
Yeah, that'd be great, yeah.
Hold on.
Is this him, is it? Hello, is that Mr. Hughes? Mr. Hughes, good afternoon. My name's Mr. McCracken. I'm a High Court enforcement agent. We've been sent with regards to an outstanding High Court writ, sir, for the balance of £2,736. Are you able to make a payment?
I can't make a full payment today.
Right, because we've got to take control of goods, you see.
There's been a dispute for about 12 months more.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't even know who the claimant is. We simply get a High Court writ to come and execute, as you can probably understand. The fact is, well, we'd need the balance paid before we remove any goods. So you need to clear the balance. If not, we'll have to remove the goods today. That's why we're here.
But I need to prove. Let me see that.
Hang on, spare for 1 second. You're still talking at the moment. Just spare for 1 second. Unbelievable.
They put the down the land which you don't own. They put the teleporter down which you don't own, and they put the quad bike down which you don't own.
We need to see some documentation.
Dion owns. I'll go and get you the documents.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, well, I'll be coming in, so don't worry about it. No, I'll be coming in, so I've already been in, so I can come in again.
You're not supposed to.
Well, of course I am.
Mr. Hughes' wife comes out with the logbooks for the vehicles.
The issue we've got, this document is not proof of ownership.
Well,
so there's nothing we can...
don't own them. Because my husband, there's nothing at all on the farm here anymore.
Okay, previous registered keeper, Dylan Hughes.
Yeah, because he's got
so
everything for my son.
The documents aren't proof that Mr. Hughes no longer owns the vehicles. His wife gets him back on the phone. Mr. Hughes now makes an offer.
my husband's asking, will
Yeah.
you take part payment?
It needs to be the full balance. It needs to be the full balance because we're here with an Act of High Court writ.
So that you can get your wages. So
Not to do with my wages, I'm salaried, thank you very much.
renew payment.
Yeah.
From what I can understand,
Yeah.
if you make an offer of payment,
No.
you can do it.
No, not at all. We've got an Act of High Court writ and these goods will clear the balance, so we're not going to accept a part payment.
These goods will keep the balance.
Yeah, of course
What
so.
fucking lorry's worth more than the
Exactly,
fucking bill?
exactly, so we need the full balance. Yeah. Yeah. So that's why we need the balance. Surely you can understand that.
Fucking on yesterday, you twat.
With the rural community, it's mostly run by families. It's been passed down from generation to generation. They're either going to work with you or work against you. There's no in between. And we as High Court enforcement agents have got to work on that and make them aware that we're there to do our job, and that's what's going to happen.
Mrs. Hughes now calls her son, who she claims owns the vehicles.
He's the registered keeper,
Yeah,
not us.
exactly. But who owns it?
He owns them.
But he's only the registered keeper. Any money is held for 14 days. So if you've got any issue with it, you can
We
apply
haven't
for a
got the
refund.
money to pay that.
Right, you'll need to find it then, or else we'll remove the goods.
How much is it?
At the moment, okay.
It's not going to be any more than after fucking moment.
Well, if we remove goods, it'll go up because there's recovery
Well, that's- how much
charges.
it is
Yeah,
now?
I'm finding out for you now. All right, just calm down. It is
Hold on
2007.
a minute, hold on.
There you go.
You'll speak to it.
All right, okay. Hello. Yeah, the total amounts are at the moment is 2,732.87. If we start removing goods, sir, it's going to cost more because we'll have to bring recovery. There's recovery charges, the storage costs for 7 days, etc., etc. We do take cash, yes. Right. Okay. Okay. How can you pay it? Will it be in cash? Will it be debit card? Or is there any way that you can transfer money? Yeah. All right.
The threat of removing the farm's vehicles prompts Mrs. Hughes' son to offer to help pay some of his father's debt. But it's not enough for Stuart.
He says he hasn't got the money. He's got 1,500 quid on a debit card now, which he can pay. But at the moment, I'm not accepting that.
But then Mrs. Hughes has a final offer for the agents.
You know what it's like. I've got debts up to like that with council tax.
Yeah.
I've lost my land. I don't want to borrow money from my son. I can pay £2,000 now
Yeah.
with a card,
Yeah.
and I can pay the rest on the 1st of June
On the 1st of June.
with a card.
On the card. Yeah. Okay.
I'm desperate.
Okay.
This place here is more hassle to us than anything. My husband's having a fucking nervous breakdown in there, like, if he'd have his own way, we wouldn't be living here. He wants to leave the country because he's had enough.
It seems as if the family farm has hit hard times.
No, I'll ring them now.
Stuart calls the office to see whether the £2,000 offer will be accepted.
We got a proposal, mate, yeah, if anyone's free. Cheers, John. Speak to you shortly. Bye-bye. Yeah.
The claimant has accepted Mrs. Hughes' offer.
I apologise for shouting.
No, don't shout. No,
It's
don't
just so
apologise.
much chicken. Oh,
No, don't apologise. It's fine. Honestly.
and I do thank you for taking this,
Yeah.
the offer, because,
You'd be stuck. Yeah.
yeah.
All right, no problem.
Stuart puts the payment through.
That's gone through. Sorted. Right, there's your card.
Right.
Take it easy, all right?
That's it.
All right. See you later.
The case is resolved for now. But if the balance isn't paid off by the agreed date, the agents will be back.
It looks like she's trying to keep the family together, to be completely honest, and I think she's at the end of her tether now. Shame, it just shows you how much pressure some people put on the shoulders to try and keep the family together, just to keep the bills getting paid.
Around 16 million people in the UK rent their home, and 1 in 4 of them live with debt problems. 59% of households in rented accommodation have less than £1,000 in savings. High Court enforcement agents Brian O'Shaughnessy and Delroy Anglin are in Croydon to collect a debt of nearly £10,000 owed in unpaid rent.
We're going to see Mr. Egiraze Oibarumi and Mr. Ejiro Ugwujabo. £9,993.48.
Rent arrears.
Mr. Oyuborume is the tenant in arrears, but Mr. Ubujabo signed as a guarantor should his friend default on his rent. As the tenant has not settled the debt, the agents are instructed to collect from the guarantor. They immediately spot an asset they could remove if guarantor Mr. Ubujabo can't or won't pay.
That covered the debt, wouldn't it?
Nobody appears to be in, but the agents do have the power to seize assets, even when the debtor isn't at home.
What I may do now is just get a clamp out and wriggle it about, because they might be looking and they see we're going to clamp the car. They come running. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? I am partial to a nice car. If I see a nice car on the driveway, my eyes light up. It's an asset. It's something I can recoup money for the claimant. So I try and dig into that first.
But before it can be seized, Brian calls the office to check whether the car is free of finance.
No finance. No finance. That's what we like to hear. The car's got no finance on it, so we can take control of it. The reason we take this action is because we don't want the asset to go anywhere. That could be gone tomorrow in an hour's time. You'll never see it again. People may not agree with that, but if you're owed £10,000, you'd want us to take those steps for you.
Brian's tactics pay off. Somebody appears at the window.
Oh, hello. Would you like to come and open the door, please?
Why?
We're High Court enforcement. We'd like to have a quick word.
High Court enforcement?
Correct.
Are you taking someone to court?
Well, no, we're not. Who are you, madam?
Well, I live here.
And what's your name? Do you want to come and open the door?
Okay, so my theory's correct. Clamping the car's got what we wanted. We want someone in, so clearly watching us.
Excuse me, what is this about?
I don't know who you are, madam. I've identified myself to you. We'd like to speak to your parents if they're in.
They're not in.
Could you get them on the phone so we can speak with them then?
Yeah, I have my mum on the phone.
Well, if you come down, we'll be able to speak to her.
Okay, can we have their number then?
Fine.
Yeah, I'll give you her number.
Thank you.
I'm not coming down.
Okay, no problem.
Brian calls Mr. Ubujabo's wife, Mercy.
Hello, Mercy. My name's Brian O'Shaughnessy. I'm the High Court enforcement agent outside your home.
What's the problem?
It's for your husband, the gyro. There's a High Court writ.
Yeah. Okay, he's out of the country.
Mm-hmm.
When I get home tonight, I'll tell him. Can he call you back tomorrow?
No. Whose vehicle's on your drive? Who does that belong to?
It's his.
Okay. The debt needs to be paid now, or we have to take control of the vehicle. We have to remove it. I don't really want to do that.
Okay, okay. If you wait there,
Mhm.
let me see if I can make an international call there.
No problem at all. I appreciate that, Mercy.
And see what I can do.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
Yeah,
Bye now.
bye.
If a debtor isn't in the country, there's a really slim chance of me collecting the outstanding monies. They're not here. I can't get hold of them. It doesn't mean we can't. You have to dig a little deeper.
Minutes later, the debtor, Mr. Ejiro Ubujabo, calls.
There he is. Hello, is that Ejiro?
Yeah, what's happening?
My name's Brian O'Shaughnessy. I've got a High Court writ in my possession. A county court judgment was made against you and a gentleman.
Wrote a letter to the court
Mm-hmm.
that after 1 year, I do not intend to continue to be a guarantor.
Problem we've got, Ejiro, I appreciate and respect what you're saying, okay? As it stands now, the claimant who is owed the rent and you being the guarantor has been made liable. Now, because there's a High Court writ been made against you, the High Court writ is still live and you need to pay it.
I am right now in Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't I make contact with you as soon as I come back and we'll resolve the issues?
I need to collect payment today, Ejiro. I understand you're out of the country, okay? You can make payment via debit card or you can make an internet payment.
No, it won't be possible to do that today.
Okay, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll take control of your car and remove it today, okay? And then when you make the payment, then you can have it straight back, okay?
I don't even have internet in the village. Send me the details are sending me. Let me get back to you.
Thank you very much. Let's see what happens. We've made our position very clear, so it's entirely up to him. He seems like a decent chap, a nice guy, but he's got to pay.
Brian calls for a recovery truck in case Mr. Obujabo fails to get back to him with an acceptable offer. But then the debtor's daughter comes out of the house. She decides to move her car alongside the agent's van and blocks the road.
This situation here now, we've got a tow truck coming, and the tow truck will obviously need access. We will move, but whether she does or not, it could prove difficult.
No,
that then becomes obstruction, and we'll call the police and she could be arrested for it.
With the debtor out of the country and the asset in the driveway blocked in, will Brian and Dell ever get this case resolved? High Court enforcement agents Brian O'Shaughnessy and Delroy Anglin were in Croydon to collect a debt of nearly £10,000 from Mr. Ejiro Ubujabo, who had acted as a guarantor on his friend's rent agreement. Both are liable for the debt.
We'd like to speak to your parents if they're in.
They're not in.
Mr. Ubujabo was out of the country.
I'm right now in Nigeria. Why don't I make contact with you as soon as I come back and we'll resolve the issues?
The agents wanted payment and seized his car.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll take control of your car and remove it today, and then when you make the payment, then you can have it straight back.
But the debtor's daughter decided to block the road. Now, with the recovery vehicle on its way, all the agents can do is wait to see if Mr. Ubujabo will call back to settle his debt.
It's insignificant to me. People react in different ways. She chooses to jump in a Volkswagen Polo with tinted windows and think we can't see her, but we can. Welcome to my world for an hour.
Wind the window down. Let me hear you. Wind the window down.
Suddenly, the daughter drives off. Then, Dell gets another call.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm just calling because I haven't got the money.
You don't have the money?
It's Mr. Oyu Borume, the tenant in rent arrears, for whom Mr. Ubujabo acted as a guarantor.
The High Court have directed us to come and collect the money that's outstanding or to remove goods. Now you're the other person, aren't you? So you should be paying as well.
I've got that money. Yeah, because the debtor called that car in Nigeria.
Well, I'll tell you what's going to happen is we're going to take his car and you're going to have to pay him, aren't you? He was doing you a favour. He stood guarantor. You breached whatever agreement it is and he's been made to pay it. Now, right,
do you
have any money to pay me today?
Brian decides to give him an ultimatum.
How would you like to pay £11,289.48, sir?
Mr. Oyubarume says he can't pay.
Thank you very much. Have a good evening. Bye-bye. When a debtor lets down their guarantor, it's not a good thing. It's very sad. The guarantor then has the responsibility of dealing with that debt for the debtor, but they signed up to that. But ultimately, it's the debtor's debt, and they should deal with it.
An hour after Brian first spoke to her, Mr. Ubujabo's wife, Mercy, calls back.
Hello, Mercy.
Hi, Brian. Have you spoken to the actual culprit?
Yeah, he's called me, but we haven't really got anywhere with him. He can't financially pay this, so no point in continuing the conversation with him. And I think it's a really unfortunate situation for your husband that he finds himself in. He's been a good man by helping this individual out. Yeah, that's how I see it. But in the eyes of the law, he has become liable because he signed that piece of paper as guarantor.
Okay.
Thank you, Mercy. Good luck.
All right then.
Bye now.
Thank you, bye.
Bye.
With no sign of payment from the tenant or from his guarantor, the agents have no choice but to remove Mr. Ubujebo's car. Mr. Ubujebo now has 14 days to pay, or the car will be sold at auction. Next time, Paul and Ben get a hostile welcome.
What the fuck do you want? Get out of the room! I don't want you in here!
Brian and Del meet a family in crisis.
Take it what you want.
There's nothing there to remove.
And get the runaround in a garage.
The car was fucked when it came. Where's the pistons?
Well, they're certainly not in the car.